Hey guys, I'm Mohamed Walid, known as Mo. I'm in the Bachelor's of Business Administration at KU Leuven, Campus Brussels. I went last semester on exchange at Kedge Business School in Marseille, France, and I'll be talking about it today. So basically, I chose Marseille because I wanted to go somewhere in the south of Europe, where you have the sun, the beach, and as well practice my French and study in a good university, especially that Kedge is one of the top business schools in France. So especially that I'm from Egypt, so I'm really more attracted to the sun and the beach. So basically, for anyone going, you should definitely learn at least some French, because especially in Marseille, they have a different accent than the normal French. So it's not impossible, but you just have to put some effort to get used to the language. So I would say that in Marseille, especially at Kedge, the university is definitely easier than KU Leuven. That's a fact. So if anyone wants to escape from the from the courses here, you can definitely go to enjoy your time in Marseille. The courses are relatively easier, and it has less pressure because you have courses throughout the year. Like you have midterms throughout the semester, so you don't have really to you don't have like one final exam that determines all your final grade. So in most of the courses, you will have a lot of group works. You have to do different projects. You have to do different assignments. So this is what makes it a bit different than KU Leuven, because here we mainly have like one last exam, but there you have a lot of projects, presentations, a lot of presentations. Like Kedge was full of presentations. They really focus on this area of education rather than having one exam that determines everything. Okay, so if you go on Kedge websites and then you just go around a bit the website, you will find the accommodation for students, for incoming students, and then you will have different options, different residences, and then you can contact them and see the most available one. However, mine I found it throughout like searching. I didn't find it through this website. I don't. It was called Next City, the one I took the residence with, and they just like through like searching online and accommodation in Marseille. Yeah, it was good. I mean, it was a different. I was like living in a small studio, so it was really nice because you have everything. It was in the center as well. However, in other residences such as Campesia or the one that's next to Kedge, these two had like the many international students, which I really advise anyone to go there, because you have all the international students living there. So for me personally, the best thing was just having the sea next to you. Like sometimes you had classes, and after the class, you would go just to the beach and like see sunsets. And this was really a lot. So at some point, life was just enjoying the sun. Like especially in the first month till mid-October, you can definitely go swim in the beach. You can definitely go enjoy the sun. So you have like 1 month to just enjoy. Even in December, you can go to like just sit on the beach. So I would say the best thing was just having the sun on the beach and enjoying the life. So the worst thing I would say about it, that the campus is like 1 hour away from the center. So I had to take the metro for like 15 minutes and then go wait for the bus and then take the bus for like almost 50 minutes and then go up a hill for like 5 minutes. So it's not that easy. Like sometimes I had classes at 8 a.m. So I had to wake up at like 6. So it wasn't the most pleasant thing in the world, but it's okay. It's not the worst thing. If you do it with your friends, you don't feel the annoying thing of taking the transportation. And 3 words that describe my Erasmus in Marseille: sun, beach, and la vie française. My main advice is just try to learn a little bit of French, because in Marseille you really need French. Like apart from the international student life, you will need some daily life French to go around, and also don't forget to bring your swimsuit, because you will need it a lot. So don't forget to bring your swimsuit with you. Don't forget to pack it.
Hi, my name is Zeina Abu Talib. I'm a student in the BBA program in KU, and I've been on an exchange program on the first semester of the 3rd year to Kedge Business School, which is one of the top business schools in Europe, in Marseille. I chose this country based on recommendations of my friends and family, and because of the well-known beautiful scenery, in addition to the fact that I really wanted to work on my French and put my knowledge that I learned in KU into practice actually in the land of French. I already had some basic knowledge. I had French 1, 2, and 3, which I'm really grateful for in KU. So you'll have some background if you have chosen those for your electives and throughout the years. The courses were definitely easier. You'll have the time of your life there because there are so many group works. You don't need to worry about having the final weight just allocated to the final exam. So having the weights allocated to group works, a bit to the exam, and some don't even have a final. Some courses don't even have a final exam. So based on the courses you choose, it won't be. There won't be much pressure. Very interesting. The teaching approach was definitely different. There was more relatively more student interaction, teacher-student interaction, in addition to the group works, which you will truly make friends, long-term friendships out of them, and that's the beauty of it. I found accommodation based on my friends' recommendations once more. And before that, I also tried a little bit of searching online with a website called Nexty and another one called Studapart. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it correctly. So those ones, you can easily find things, but honestly, I truly recommend Campusia as the #1 residence. It makes you feel home. The ambiance there for a student, it's just perfect for the student life. The facilities are extremely well taken care of, and you'll have your friends around you. You'll go to uni together, you'll come back together. So it feels like your second family. I will choose it 1 million times, yes. That was the best decision I've ever made in my life, honestly. The best thing is that I gained much more confidence in French. Unfortunately, I have to start practicing again, otherwise I'll forget it. I made true friends. It was one of the best friendships I've ever made. In addition to, I have seen the beauty of, I think that was the most beautiful city I've ever seen. Together with the sun, the perfect weather that I cannot even describe in words, the sea, the sun, the different beaches. There are over like 15 or 20 beaches you can visit. So if you even set one for every day, you can't finish the city. The only thing I needed, that was giving me a hard time was the public transportation, because there are strikes. And I remember on one day we had an exam and there was a strike on that day, and I had my hand on my heart that we wouldn't make it on time, because the residence that I was in, Campusia, was 1.5 hours maybe from the university, and it took so much time to get there. You had to change transportations, in addition to the fact that the transportation system is extremely unreliable due to the fact that there are sudden cancellations without prior knowledge or announcements. So therefore, you have to be very well prepared with your plan Bs, and you really need to have good time management, because for 8 a.m. classes, you have to wake up at 6, 10 more minutes of sleep. You'll miss it. You'll miss the class. So if I would describe Marseille in 3 words, I would say sun and sea, long-term friendships, and culture. I would only want to know a little bit more about the residences, but ever since I got my foot into it, I would recommend Campusia if you are into the city center life, or if you are more of the last minuter and you just want to jump into the class, then go for Alatra, but you will have to make special trips or relatively longer trips to the city center, which is the more beautiful part. I would say learn a little bit of French, but they will be extremely encouraging for you even to learn French and practice with them, because that's one of the most things that you should try to focus on and get a good grip of, because that's one of the things that you're gonna take back. One of the main things that you will say, I learned that when I went there. I couldn't think of anything better than bringing you the essence of Marseille, du savon de Marseille. So it's amazing it's known for containing 72% of oil, 72% of olive oil. It's amazing for the skin, and even they say for the hair. There's another type which you can use for your laundry. It smells super good. It's the best organic skin smoother or moisturizer. So use it when you shower. It's amazing. There's also, you can get, if you're into sweet stuff, there is the navette, obviously the croissants, the boulangerie. They are specialized in pastries. Don't forget to taste some seafood. It's very nice. And even try the crabs. Get jackets, because it rains a lot during December, and get the most comfortable shoes you can get with you. There are so much. For the first time I've ever climbed a mountain was in Marseille, and it was one of the most beautiful experiences in my life, and after that you have to be wearing your swimsuit underneath because you'll jump into the water. It's a beautiful dip in the Calanque. It was the most beautiful scenery I've ever seen personally in my life. So don't miss it out. Get comfortable shoes, raincoat, and most importantly, a swimsuit, because you'll be using that throughout your entire exchange period: September, October, November, and even December.